Hi, this is a video. This is a classic Sharam video. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about just some of the weird little archetypes and things that stop people from actually genuinely more connecting with a partner. And this is something that I've been sitting on for a while. It's something that I would like to share. And if you do like it, feel free to leave the like button. If there is any point that you get off on, just like it. If you ever feel like you relate to this, leave a comment, because I need to know. If you don't leave a comment, I'll be like, oh my God, no one likes my videos, because YouTube has got a shadow ban on dating advice videos, which means I no longer am getting the reach that I need. So that's why I've sort of stopped videos. I feel really hurt by YouTube's. But just like everyone, not everyone else, just like some people, I'm a bit of a masochist. So if you do like this video, feel free to support me in every possible way that you know how. In this video, we're going to be talking about various kinds of archetypes, just some ideas that really will, if you see yourself in the ideas that I'm sharing, there's ideas that awaken, right? So when you hear these ideas, you don't have to do much about it. If you really relate to them, they are enough, right? So we're going to be talking about different kinds of people in relationships and why these lenses that we put on actually can break relationships down. So I want to tell you a story about myself. I remember there was this, when I was first starting, when I used to go by the name Harvey motherfucking Hook, I was invited to a party. Now, before I was Harvey Hook, I was probably one of the most charismatic, just in-your-face people ever. And it actually took me a while, once I had to throw off the shackles of the name Harvey Hook and the identity that I had created, it actually took me a while to regain and to connect with myself as a person. And that's something that I now teach. But when I was Harvey Hook, when I was really trying to create this sense of identity, what was interesting was I went to this party and everyone was happy and amazing and just caring and just connecting, and it was really fun, and it was something that I used to really get in touch with. But it was really interesting was that I was actually very observant in myself, that I was quite visibly upset. It was at that time that I had made an identity out of myself. I had identified with myself that I am a person who helps people. Now, go to a party and everyone's drinking, everyone's laughing, everyone's just having a bit of fun. And if you're the kind of person that feels like they need to help people and you go to a place that no one needs help, you are then feeling pain, anxiety, stress, all of those shenanigans. Now, the reason why I share this is because the same thing happens in relationships. We can have these attachments to certain styles that really hone in the kinds of relationships that we have. For example, there are some people who notoriously, and if you are watching this video and you relate to this, please let me know. There are some people who notoriously will consistently be attracted to and attract the kinds of people that ultimately end up hurting them. Now, the reason why I say that they are the kinds of people that do that, it's interesting, because you will find these people, they'll say, why do I just meet emotionally unavailable men or emotionally unavailable women? Why does everyone leave me? Why do I always get hurt? Now, that is true. If you look at the sample space, that's the way it happens. That's the way you will see it go. But the thing I want to get across here is that there is a certain level of comfortability that we have as humans. For example, if you are comfortable being in a relationship where it hurts, and it's the thing, it doesn't feel comfortable at the time, it feels uncomfortable. But if you're in a relationship that if you are comfortable being in painful relationships, being in a good relationship is going to be extremely uncomfortable. For example, the same behavior traits that someone might do or exhibit that might be good for a relationship. For example, being attentive, being actually courteous, listening to your needs, and wanting to spend time with you might actually be considered a threat to someone who's uncomfortable with healthy relationships. For example, they want to spend time with you. They're so needy. A good example was once I did a free coaching call with someone. And if you are interested in working with me, work with me one-on-one. Isn't necessarily free all the time, but I do offer a free coaching call for those who are interested in working further. Link is in the description. But what was interesting was there was this lady that I once did a free coaching call with, and I was asking her about, because she was saying everyone always cheats on her. And obviously, names anonymous, right? So she was saying everyone always cheats on her. And I asked her, well, how do you know if someone's going to cheat on you? You're an expert at it. You've gone through it a few times. What are the behavior traits of someone who is going to cheat on you? And oh boy, what did she say? It was like, well, they're nice to you. They're courteous. They spend time with you. They want to hang out with your friends and your family. And I was like, oh, well, okay. How do you know if someone is good for you? It's like, well, they're nice to you, they're courteous, they want to spend time with you, and they want to spend time with your friends and family. So it's these confusions, it's these the experience that we have that actually shows us what we're comfortable with that will continue to dictate what we are comfortable with. Now, if you are the kind of person that attracts, dare I say, relationships that aren't aligned for you, just take it slow. You don't have to jump into the deep end because it can be too uncomfortable. People, sometimes it's like, it's those relationships are actually good for you because you're allowing yourself to be angry. You're allowing yourself to be hurt at someone, for example. For example, me with that party. I was addicted to helping people. I had this attachment to helping people that actually helped me let go of that helping people. Sometimes you help people, sometimes you party with them, sometimes it's a bit of both at the same time. Who am I to pick? Now, the reason why I also say about helpers is because sometimes that's the case. There are people, for example, who are attracted to people that they can help. It's that if someone actually is off a similar stance to them, that's completely just insane. It's ridiculous. They don't know what to do. They feel like they don't have any value in their relationship. So what do? They either sabotage or they look for traits in that person that they can help. Now, obviously in a relationship, vulnerability is key. You don't want to be in a relationship with someone who is just like, I've got all the answers, fuck you. I don't need you one bit. We want to be able to open our hearts up to someone. But what I'm talking about is an attachment to helping. It's an unhealthy attachment to helping that forces us to create situations that are familiar to us. That's the big theme of this video, familiarity. Someone who's addicted to bad relationships, not saying that you are, but someone who might be, is going to seek out what's familiar, right? Going to seek out what's familiar. Someone who finds themselves in a bit of a sticky wicket relationships where they are, how do I put this into words, where they're trying to help someone and they feel like they aren't providing value if they aren't helping someone, is going to seek out the familiar. Now, what's really important to share in these two particular examples, with the helping example, for example, you clearly don't know your value. What happens is, as humans, we have these arbitrary ideas for a good majority of situations. Sure, in the world, there is a lot of crazy shit happening that needs to happen, like the protests. Let's do that. But when it comes to how we live our daily lives, we tend to have a bunch of arbitrary standards. For example, to one person, making food from scratch might mean you get the raw ingredients. Another person, it might mean that they planted the plant and they grew the vegetable themselves. The definition, making it from scratch, is it's down to the person, right? So helping, we clearly have this very clear idea about what helping is when we see ourselves helping someone. For example, if I say to you now, picture yourself helping someone, right? Picture yourself helping someone. Now I'm going to ask you, picture yourself helping someone emotionally. Now, the thing I want to get across here is that is the idea that you have might be very similar or very different to someone else. So what they might actually picture. So when you're trying to help someone, it's worth letting go of what it looks like, because you can help someone through a smile, a joke, a bad joke. You can help someone through talking out your feelings with them. You can help someone through a back massage. But if you are addicted to helping, you will always push it through a small thing into what is familiar. Also, if you are addicted to bad relationships, I'm not saying this is you, but some people are like this, You will always seek out what is familiar. So when it comes to helping people, if you are addicted to helping, let go of what help looks like. If you find yourself in bad relationships, let go of what a good relationship might look like. Because when you let that open, you make space for something new. Make space for that, and you create new experiences because you've made space for it that can be in alignment and that will change to you what is familiar. And every step will be a step in the right direction, even if it feels like it's the wrong direction at the time. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, let me fucking know. If you don't, bad you. And make sure to subscribe because subscribers get a foot massage. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.